Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I have new inlays for you today. These are little light bulbs, but I'm going to use them as Christmas light bulbs. So here's the little screw part and the bulb, obviously. These are a little bit thicker than my normal inlays, so you will need a thicker mold. So I'm using my deep mold that I got from Hobby Lobby. This came from the cake decorating section. I think it's like, I don't know, a muffin top pan or something. But even though it's kind of shiny, but not the shiniest, I've used it several times as well. But since I'm going to top coat probably and bottom coat with glitter, I don't really care about the shininess of my mold at this point. So I'm going to use some as Christmas colory as I can find in my chameleon powders. This one is Magenta by Let's Resin, Mint, and that's Let's Resin. My green red, which maybe it is green, I don't know about the red. This one I got from Temu. And the golden by Let's Resin. So I'm just going to cover these in clear. I'm probably going to use my gold and my crystal glitter in the clear. And then when we back coat them, I will back coat them in probably a red or a green glitter, or maybe a couple of each. I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear today. So I just wanted to test these out and see how they go. So I'm going to grab a paintbrush and we're going to get these started. I grabbed my silver metallic dust for this part I forgot about. And I'm just going to move my mold out of the way. Get these over here so I don't get powder everywhere. And I'm just going to get these lightly done now that I just got something on it. Okay. Then this is an eyeshadow switching sponge. If you guys have not seen it, you just brush your brush in there to switch colors. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. And this comes out and you can clean all that stuff off the bottom. Although it would probably take many, many years. So I'm just going to get my silver on. Everything is linked in the description if you don't have any of these and you think it's pretty cool. So definitely go in there for all the resources that plus extras that you probably don't want, but there's tons and tons in the description page as usual, including everything that I use. And also I've been adding more things to my eBay store. So if you guys have not yet been there, go check it out. I've got a bunch of molds on there right now, a lot of inlays, and I'm continuing to work on some other things. But it takes time. It's hard. It's not easy to create something and then to mass produce it is second hard. So please be patient. This is a new venture for me, and this is not my full-time job, literally, but I do this longer than my full-time job. So yeah, I'm in here like probably 12 hours a day after I get home from work. But it's so much fun, and I don't plan on changing that yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna get these silver on the bottoms and then clean them up before I move on because it is messy. Okay, I got them all cleaned. I've got the backs cleaned. I got them put back in and touched anything up that I needed to. So those are ready. I mixed up 6 ounces in each cup, and then I ran them both through the bubble maker, the bubble remover, and it got most of them out. It doesn't do 6 ounces as well as it does a little bit less than that. So that's okay. I'm going to be putting some of the crushed crystal in one of them, and then I will put the gold in the other one. This will be the first time I'm using the gold one in a project. I did test it in a small piece, and it was just like this one. It floated for the most part, and then it was just a nice pretty shimmer, and you don't use a lot of it. Most of you, I think, already have this in your stash as well, since you've been seeing me use it so much. Amazon should thank me. I'm gonna get a little bit in there. And we might not see it, I'm not sure, because I am gonna coat the backs with a glitter, probably either red or green or gold, or maybe I'll do each back different. I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this one and try. It's probably going to be the same as the clear or the white one. Probably don't need that much. Yeah, perfect. You do not need hardly anything. I stuck it in my own jar because it came in a bag, so I didn't want that bag in there. So let's just get you zoomed in, move these. And we're just going to pour them, and we're going to let them cure. So just decide which ones I want gold and which ones I want the crystal. So I think I'll do these two, the gold. And I'm guessing 3 ounces on each one, but I don't know. You want them covered. I might have to mix up more. I can't remember how much it called for. I bet you I'm going to have to mix up more. Definitely need to mix more. I can't believe I did that again. All right, well, there's something in here. I guess I'll be mixing up more resin because I do not have enough. One of these days, I'm going to learn to keep a notebook of all my molds so this does not happen again. So 6 ounces was 1 1/3. So I guess I'll have to do the math. So let me see, that's half. And this would probably be half, so each one will hold. That's not quite half. Trying not to mix extra resin now on this second batch, so I'm gonna do some math in my head here. All right, you won't need to see me remix and re-pour, so I will be with you as soon as they're cured. I filled them all up, and I only came back to show you to take a little micro brush or a little stick or something, because the last time I did my inlays, I had left very quickly and I wasn't babysitting them, and there were bubbles around this edge that I had to tape up when I backfilled them. So I'm just taking my little micro brush here, and I'm going around the entire edge and loosening any bubbles that got stuck in there. That way we don't have any problems. There's a little hair in there. And babysit them, because if a bubble happens to pop up from underneath your silicone inlay, you're going to want to get that popped. I have a few little bits left in this mold from the last time I see. So I'm trying to clean them up and then pop the bubbles on the top as, you know, as time passes, because these are thick. They held 4 ounces each, so this was 16 ounces. I used my pump resin because it goes deep and it will cure deep without any problems. So that's basically my go-to resin these days, because it's a nice viscosity and you can pour it really deep without worrying about flash curing. So I'm just going to grab my alcohol and just continue to watch them, babysit them, pop any bubbles, because I do not want on this video to have to fix bubbles. I just want a good coaster to come out the first time. Easy peasy with no lessons today. All right, see you when it's cured. Okay, I just got them out of the curing machine and they are ready to unmold and get our pieces out of the back. And then we are going to fill the bulbs in first with black before I do anything with the backs. So I'm sure if some leaks under, which obviously they did, we just peel it right off. Let me see, let me start with an easy one. Here we go. So you just take the part that leaked underneath and it comes right off. It's pretty thin. Just kind of tears right off. And grab your silicone inlay. Pull it out. It'll come out clean. And leave us with that. This one has the gold in it. This one I'm gonna have to dig out. For some reason, they do peel off super easy. I'm not sure why, but I'm not gonna complain about it. Clean, a little bit of silver on there, but most of it's in here. This one has the silver. And let me find, or I can just start it with my thumb here. Peels off in one piece. Grab that. Now these are going to get more vibrant when we fill them with black. This one, on the other hand, oh, we got it. I thought was a lot thicker. It is a lot thicker, but it's still coming off. So when you do pour them, don't go letting it cure for like 3 or 4 days, or you will have to dig them out. Do it when it's soft. Okay, there's that one. So I'm just gonna leave them flat on this surface. I don't want to lift them up on a jar or anything because I don't want them to take, they're still soft. So I don't want them to take on like the edge of this jar, lifting them off the surface. I'm not gonna do the back coat. Like I said, I'm just going to fill in here. So I'm not quite sure how much I need. I'm just gonna mix up 4 ounces, I think, and tint it black, and then I'll come back and pour it with you. Got my resin mixed up. I did clean these and they're back to clean, back to normal with alcohol. I'm just going to take my eye candy pigment paste to make this black. Get a new stick here. You don't need a whole lot. Make sure you mix it up before you use it because it does settle. And you don't need much, just basically wipe your stick off. And whatever's left on the stick should do it. I don't really know how much each bulb will take, but I'm going to go eye level so I can make sure. So that way if I decide I don't want anything except clear, I want to make sure these are level in the back and I won't have to do another coat of clear. So go eye level and make sure you're getting it perfectly, just in case you want to keep it clear. You can always just edge the sides with a marker or just keep them clear so you could see like the 3D, because you could see it kind of 3-dimensional in there. It's kind of cool. I don't usually do the sides of my inlay coasters, just so you could see that on the side. All right, so I got 4 ounces. Let's see how much each one takes. That took half an ounce, so I'm gonna have 2 ounces left over. Let it fill in and go eye level and get them full. Alright, I got them all perfectly flat, which was not hard. Now I've got some extra to figure out. So I'm just going to get the bubbles out and let these cure overnight. And I will be back in the morning. Alright, they're all cured and ready to flip over. You all ready to see them? These two are the gold, these two are the silver, or white, I guess you should say. Here is the red. I think this was the red. You can kind of see the color shift. It's different because of the 3D, so you'll always have, it looks like 2 different colors at the same time without moving it. Let's see the next one. This is the green and red. That looks pretty cool. And then, like I said, you could see them from the side view. Kind of 3D. I guess if you don't put sparkle in there, you would obviously have a better view. And green and purple, I think. Green, blue, purple maybe? I'm not sure, but I see 3 colors in there. That looks pretty neat. And one more, the gold. That one has a couple different colors in there as well. Here's a side view. So I think what I'm going to do, I have some red and some green glitter. So I think I'm going to try to back coat these in red and green. So maybe the 2 green ones with the red. And then that might look good. And then these 2 with the green. I guess we're gonna find out. Let me get everything prepped. I've got my red and my green mixed up, so I'm just going to back coat them, which you've seen me do 1,000 times, and then let them cure. This is my 4-hour fast cure because it's a nice thick consistency for not dripping over the edges. You can use this stick, or I also like my little silicone tool that I have to bring it to the edges. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these done. I'll fast forward it for you because it will take me a little while. And then we'll see what they look like on the other side. It's been a couple days since I've been on camera, and I've done a couple things to these. So when I flipped these over to do the reveal, I noticed the glitter was kind of see-through. So I didn't pack enough glitter in there, so it was kind of like sparse on the other side. So I took some acrylic paint in red and in green, and I just painted the backs with 2 coats to make it red. So that's why they look like that. I have a little bit of resin on there from something else, but I'm just going to seal that in with some spray sealer probably. And then I flipped them over and I top coated them just to make them all pretty. But here is the final result. But yeah, I wasn't crazy about the way the glitter looked because you could still see through the back of it. So that was my fix for that problem. I've never painted on the back of a coaster before. So now you just see the green and the red, and of course a little bit of sparkle over the bulb and whatever. I am going to leave the sides clear. And you can go around the edge if you want to. You can do whatever you want. They're your coasters, but if you want them, the Inlays are in the eBay store. You will get the set of 4, so you can make at least 4 coasters or make something else, make a tray or whatever you want. So I hope you learned something new, because I certainly did. And I hope you had fun hanging out with me today. I will see you all tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Stick around. I'm going to get some close-up pictures for you. Bye.